Okay, here's a quick look at the rig. It's about a 30-inch leader of 50-pound test fluorocarbon. That goes to a tactical angler's clip, and this is a 3/4 ounce bucktail. It's homemade, tied a little bit dense and bulky to help keep it off the bottom. There's a strip of number 50 Uncle Josh pork rind, and you can see it looks very nice in the water. Okay, here's a quick look at the retrieve speed. It's a little bit on the fast side because I'm fishing over a lot of rocks and I need to stay up a little bit higher. This is covered in one of the chapters of my book, Fishing the Bucktail, which covers both surf and boat bucktailing, both striped bass, bluefish, fluke, and so forth. Alright, so let's get to the fishing. What I'm going to do here is take 32 minutes of video and edit it down to about 14 minutes. This is November 13th, 2011 on the North Fork of Long Island. Fishing has generally been pretty slow. There's not much going on. So what I've done is I've picked an area with some structure and some good current, and I'm just going to work bucktails over the structure, and that's usually a way to pull some fish. Okay, so this rod I'm using is a Lamiglass. It's built on a Lamiglass MB1083M blank. It's really an excellent rod for light plugging and bucktailing and so forth. Another really good rod for bucktailing would be the Lamiglass GSB 1081L. I just happen to be using the MB rod today. I like it a lot. It's a great rod for the North Shore. The reel's a Penn 550 SSG spooled with 20-pound test fire line. You'll notice that my retrieve's pretty steady, occasional short lift, twitch, and a little quick just to keep it up over the structure. Probably also notice when a fish is released, it generally comes off the hook pretty easy because I crush my barbs. It makes hooking fish and unhooking fish much easier, and as long as you keep a bend in that rod, you're never going to lose a fish because you've crushed a barb on a hook. Okay, one of the points about fishing over rocky structure is knowing your area. Like in this place that I'm at right now, you can see that one rock is very visible, but there's a bunch of rocks directly in front of it. So I throw almost on top of those and let the current bring the bucktail just past those rocks. And actually, if I let the bucktail swing too far to my right, I've got another rock there to deal with. But as long as I stay between the group of rocks in front of me and the one off to the right, I've got like a little bit of an alleyway there that I can work and bucktail without getting hung up. And a lot of fishing rocky structures, getting that local knowledge of knowing where you can slip that bucktail into those windows of opportunity where you're not going to get hung up. Alright, so I think I'm going to just let this play out. Maybe I'll jump in if I see something worth commenting on. Otherwise, enjoy the action. Okay, on this cast you see my efforts to deal with a bit of a crosswind here, and I know I've got a rock off to my right hand side, and a big crosswind came up and took my line over to the right, so I have to quickly pick up that line and avoid getting hung up on that rock. And as it turns out, as soon as I drop my retrieve speed back down, boom, I hooked up. But that was a matter of knowing that rock is to my right, and if I don't pick up my retrieve, that belly in the line is going to cause me to hang on that rock. So again, local knowledge is really the key to being able to bucktail on the rocks like this. If the rod seems like it's bending kind of funny, that's not actually the rod. This camera has a wide-angle lens, so there's a little bit of distortion on the sides of the frame, so that's what you're seeing there. That same distortion also, especially you see that right now, makes things look sometimes smaller and further away. It's actually a fairly decent-sized bluefish. It's looking tiny there at my feet.